So next thing I want to get into is what actually makes your retirement crash proof. And there's 4 main things I'm going to be covering here. Number 1 is guarantees. So you need to have guarantees layered into your retirement strategy to truly make it crash proof. And what are some examples of vehicles that offer guarantees? Number 1 is whole life insurance. With whole life insurance, every single year you're going to get a guaranteed rate of return inside of the policy. Number 2 are certain annuities. Like one example is a MYGA, a multi-year guaranteed annuity. You're going to get a fixed interest rate every single year for a period of time, like 5%, let's say, and you can extrapolate out, okay, if I put in 100 grand, I'm gonna get 5% guaranteed over the next 5 years from the insurance carrier. Well, you can extrapolate out and see exactly how much money you're gonna have, and regardless of what the market's doing, you're going to get that 5% return because it's contractually guaranteed. So guarantees is so critical to have within your retirement portfolio. Number 2, liquidity. This is important as well. We want to have access to our funds. Now, one of the drawbacks to an annuity, and I'll touch on that first, is it's not very liquid at all. You're going to have surrender fees, and most annuities will allow you to access up to 10% of it without penalty and penalty and taxes on it. So that's important to be aware of, but annuities are pretty illiquid. I will say that, and it's important to be aware of it. The thing that I'm mainly touching on is whole life insurance, because you do have a lot of liquidity with these policies, especially if they're set up properly and you don't have any pre-penalties on it. So if you're younger than 59 and a half and you need to tap into your whole life insurance policy's cash value, there's no penalty for doing that. Okay, so that's really important to be aware of, is just knowing your options and layering in retirement accounts that have liquidity. Number 3 is tax efficiency. So again, with annuities, it's going to be taxed similar to traditional retirement accounts like 401ks, IRAs. At the time of withdrawal, when you actually start receiving income from annuities, you're going to have to pay taxes at that time. Okay? But with whole life insurance or permanent life insurance, we could be a bit more broad there. If set up properly, and that's key, if set up properly, your cash value is going to grow tax deferred, just like those other plans we talked about, annuities, 401ks, IRAs. It's going to grow tax deferred, but the way you're able to access it tax free is by taking loans against your cash value. So since you're taking a loan against it, that's technically going to be tax-free. And another thing you can do is you can withdraw up to your basis tax-free as well, because you're just withdrawing what you put in first. There's no taxes on that. And that's why it's so key it's set up properly, is because it's taxed as FIFO, first in, first out, which allows you to withdraw your basis first before it starts to eat into the gains in the policy. So it's very important that whoever you work with to set this up, a whole life insurance policy up, is doing it correctly so that you can get those benefits I just mentioned there. So number 3 was tax efficiency, and number 4 is non-correlated to the market. This is the holy grail of it all, is we need to have assets within our retirement portfolio that are completely independent of the markets. And that's whole life insurance and annuities. Regardless if the stock market's doing good or bad, regardless if real estate's doing good or bad, regardless if crypto's doing good or bad, whole life insurance and annuities are not affected by that at all. Okay, and I'm specifically talking about the guaranteed aspects of these plans, because there are annuities like a fixed index annuity that is tied to the stock market in most cases, like the S&P 500. But we're looking at the guaranteed portion of the contract, because the guaranteed portion of the contract does not change regardless of what the market's doing. And that's what we want. We want to know if everything else plummets, the guarantees of these other vehicles are going to stand strong, they're going to perform and deliver exactly what they said they were going to do. So that is the absolute bedrock to this strategy, or to your retirement plan, is layering in guaranteed vehicles that will perform with or without the stock market, or not even with or without, it's just without the stock market, because it's completely independent of it. So that's the fourth and final part of the fourth and final pillar of what we're looking for, is we want non-market correlated assets.